Nobu Hotel Los Cabos is a luxury beachside resort and the first Nobu in Mexico. It's been awarded 1 Michelin Key, which represents a very special stay. Despite loving the architecture and design, the soft product left a lot to be desired, and we might not be alone there. Today we'll look at the room, location, and everything you need to know before your visit. Big favor before we dive in is to hit the like button to help with the algorithm. If you're new and want to be smarter with your travel, then consider subscribing. Come check out this pool. The left side's the pool side, right side's more shallow if you want to hang around or walk on it. Be careful though, because you might not have as much privacy as you think. So if you come over here, the first thing you're going to see is a pathway that I think service cars go through or people can walk through. So just a heads up, they can see what you're doing. Also, people up there can also see what you're doing. Same with your neighbors on the left and right, so make sure to not do anything scandalous as the sign implores you to do. We ended up booking the junior suite through Virtuoso and got upgraded to the junior suite with pool. Let's head inside and check out the rest of the room. Actually, let's test this super fast. Pretty comfortable, it works. Could be a bit plushier though. One thing I really do like are these gigantic glass doors. It pretty much means that you can enjoy the view even if you don't want to go outside. Note that if you do go outside, make sure to close the door, otherwise the air conditioner will stop. So this is the room and it's pretty solid. Let me find the lights. Starting over here, we have a work desk and it's pretty nice. Lots of plugs and nice little light. Chair is a bit low relative to the desk, but I do like how long it is. Right next to it is going to be the giant TV, so let's measure it. I'm kidding. I think that's like 49 inches, pretty big. If you are staying for a bit longer, there are some drawers down here to store different items. Right over here is a gigantic mirror. They do provide a bag that you can use on property, and it is meant only for use on property. You cannot take it home, otherwise they're going to charge you. For use on property, if you want to buy it, then go to the gift shop. Right in the middle, there's a bunch of seats and a nice little sofa over here that is directly in front of the TV and is actually pretty comfortable. I think the TV is crooked. Right? Am I crazy? Is that better? Interesting. Over here is going to be the snack station as well as the coffee area. So you do have a ton of options. Back here, you have a kettle, Cuisinart, and it's the nice tea version of it. Some pretty nice looking cups. The teas are from Damon and you have a bunch of different options, ranging from mint tea, breakfast, and whatever these two are. For coffee, you have Nespresso. Down here are a bunch of snacks that are not free, so I would not recommend touching them. Mini fridge also is not free and is weighted. One thing to be careful with is that not all the water is free, so these green ones are. The Nobu branded PAP water is not free, it's $9. I do like the decor though of the nice pot as well as the plant. Behind this door is going to be your closet. So we currently have some stuff hung up from the last hotel because we're doing some swimming. Pretty straightforward, but I like that it's well lit and there's a lot of like light highlights behind each of the areas. These are the bathrobes, Nobu branded, and they are from Nobu Hotels, so no other partner. Slippers are pretty much the same material as the bag they let you use on property. Not too bad though. Yeah, nice rubbery and interesting texture. A lot of storage options throughout, and over here is the safe. Also shoehorn over here. Interesting that they kind of cheaped out on a reusable one though. I feel like a lot of other nice hotels have like a nice like leather one. Over here is going to be a nice reading chair lounger and it's super comfortable. I think of all the places I sat in this room, this is my favorite one of the bunch. The lights are also Japanese inspired, so kind of Japanese lantern style. One thing I really like is that the walls do have a lot of stone. Hopefully the neighbor doesn't hear me, but yeah, that's a nice design aesthetic to me. Tons of lights also throughout for reading or relaxing. Bed's not bad. I think it's hard to gauge it without actually sleeping on this one, so I'll get back to you. I also didn't take pictures yet, that's why I don't want to mess up the bed. In-room iPad has all the information for restaurants and pretty much everything you need to know. Over here is the bathroom and it's pretty solid. Double vanity over here, some nice lights, and some cool plant and kind of other room things that tie it all in. Everything is from Natural, lycée. I do like that they pretty much provide everything here. So toothbrush, toothpaste, and yeah, most everything you need. Some other hotels you do need to request it. One of the coolest features is going to be the bathtub that is Japanese inspired. It actually fits me. So perfect if you're about 5'11", 6 foot. If you're even 6'1", 6'2", you're probably not gonna have as good of a time. You're probably gonna have to like lean up a bit more. Yeah, I think perfect for most people. I guess maybe it could be an inch longer, but it works. There also is an onsen bucket over here with bath salts that you can use for your bath. The wall is also really well done, so you have these rocks throughout it, and yeah, looks really awesome. If you don't want to take a bath, you can also take a shower, and it's reasonably tall. So like 6, 7, most people are gonna be fine. I can't touch it with my feet fully on the floor, if that is a good reference point, like not on tippy toes. I'm not sure if that's helpful at all. No, Wemby would hit his head. I think this would, like, Wemby be up here, and Wemby would be like, in terms of items, there's shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. Pretty standard. Also some nice marble on the wall. One thing that kind of surprised us was that it wasn't a bidet system, just a normal toilet. Given how much the rest of the hotel is Japanese themed, I feel like they should have a bidet. In case you're wondering, we did book this through Virtuoso for about $500 per night. One of the benefits of Virtuoso is that you get a ton of credits for using them. In our case, we have $100 dining and beverage credit that you can use at any restaurant other than Nobu. That's going to be per stay, and our stay is 1 night. In addition, you have $75 for the spa and $25 for the gym. You also have $100 credit for breakfast for every day of your stay. So if you're doing 3 nights or something, then it would be 3 breakfasts worth of $100, so $300. But it is per day. Sun is about to set, so let's check out the rest of the property before it's too late. There are 3 pools on the property, so this is one by all the restaurants. The really cool part about it is that it's actually connected to a lot of the rooms. So let's take a look at one of them. So if you go over here and take a look on your left, you see a ton of different rooms that all have access into this main pool area. So super convenient if you want to enjoy the water. There also are a ton of cabanas and nice areas to relax. And yeah, looks pretty beautiful. A lot of loungers here as well, and I'm pretty sure it does get busy throughout the day. The other 2 pools are on the other side, so one is kind of a pretty long, expensive one, and it's just gigantic, and I would say it's kind of the centerpiece of the whole property. And then towards the edge, there's an adults-only one that has a bar and also with jacuzzi in the middle. That looks pretty fun. That one is by the beach and kind of by the water. For all of them, you do have a bunch of jacuzzis throughout, so this one has at least 2, one over here, one on that side that had some people in it. So yeah, plenty of options and ways to relax. We are kind of on an island right now, so let's head across the bridge back to the main side. Okay, so you can't see anyone, but if you do have one of these rooms, or pretty much any room, I would be kind of cognizant of maybe closing your curtains. That way people don't see any activities you might be doing. So again, there's no one here because double checked before filming, but I think a lot of people do come here to do activities, and you don't want the rest of the property seeing you. In this whole center corridor, there's a lot of rooms. So it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors up. So yeah, plenty of rooms here, and they all kind of, it's kind of like a U or C where it's all into this pool area and also the restaurant over there. On our left is going to be Pacific and also some hammocks. Let's get on one of them. Pretty comfortable hammock. I feel like I've made enemies of a lot of other hammocks in the past, and this one's pretty friendly. Like, it doesn't hurt your back, it's not too stiff and wiry. It's nice. Yeah, it's a good hammock. Over here you have a gigantic space. I'm guessing it's for events, or maybe it's just for the aesthetic, but yeah, it's a pretty gigantic plain spot. It looks nice though. Kind of reminds me of the lobby. Have I seen the menu on Netflix? Mindy asked.
You know, after they finish dining and then they bring out people to the front of the restaurant where it kind of looks like this, and then it's a game of Survivor.
You mean like this?
Yeah, exactly.
It is kind of crazy because I think the beach is a lot further out than we think it is. I can't even see it with my eyes, but the camera can probably see it. Let's see. And the camera can pick it up. Yeah, the ocean's pretty far away. But yeah, pretty nice area, and I like the open aesthetic and kind of the sharp lines and rectangle vibe. Welcome to the gym. It is pretty spacious, but I'm kind of concerned about the number of equipment items relative to the number of guests. Right when you get in, there's going to be a bunch of headphones you can borrow, or I guess take and keep, and these are free, and also some fresh towels that are wet and they smell pretty nice. In addition, there are lockers down here and you can use your room key to unlock it. Coming over here, we have all the equipment, so a bunch of spin options over here, some tread ones behind me right here, and everything is from Techno Gym. Elliptical over here, stairs over here. A lot of options depending on what you're looking for and what you want to work out. My guess though is that it is going to be pretty busy in the morning, and we'll kind of check that tomorrow. Given that there is a lot of guests here, it's a pretty big property and there's a lot of equipment, but maybe not enough. Row and a bunch of other machines over here, tons of arm and leg ones over here, definitely a ton of options. If you're looking for more free weights, then this room has you covered. So it's pretty much a giant room, 3 benches, and a ton of different options, all the way up to 22 kg. So then that's pretty much 50 pounds. Also TRX over here if you'd rather use your body weight. Once you're done, you have a cleaning station over here to wash your hands and sanitize. Restrooms over here, pretty standard. Bit surprised that there's only 1 and not 2. Last up is going to be the snacks. Over here we have some almonds, cranberries, and some other nuts. I think these are peanuts, and also apples. And of course, water. Okay, so we're at Pacific for dinner. We are the only guests right now. It was a lot busier earlier in the day. Right now it is 9:22. They do close a bit later though, so you have time if you'd like to eat later. But yeah, everyone else ate earlier, so we're the only ones now. We're starting off with bread. There's a trio of butters and also a sauce. I don't think I've seen this many types of butters before, and one of them is cilantro butter. Pretty unique, but yeah, pretty normal bread. I like it. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess beets.
I think it's beets. I like the cilantro one better. Pretty cute it is.
You don't look impressed.
And the shell's a bit rough. I think it could be a thinner shell. It's okay. It didn't really blow me away. I think that's a solid 6. I'd eat it if it was there. I think if I paid for it, I would not be happy. Next up is the ahi tuna tostada. Pretty thick cuts. I like it. Yeah, that's actually a solid 7 or 8 for me. But everyone's taste is different. Mandy wasn't a fan. I don't think it's worth the price. I think if it went from $24 to like $14, I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good for what it is. But yeah, for the price, I think it's a bit tough. And 24 for a 7 is definitely a choice. Okay, so the mains are here and it looks amazing. Let's start with the octopus. Really good flavors, not overdone. I give it an 8. I wish we had a sharper knife, but other than that, awesome. Let's try to stuff under it. Pretty good. I think Mandy's not gonna like it though, and I'm probably gonna eat the bottom. But yeah, really tasty. It ties into it really well. Base is sweet potato with chorizo, and it's super meaty and delicious. Ties in the whole dish, and yeah, I like it. Let's try the side. One of the more homey style dishes. Kind of tastes like cheesy risotto. That's really good. I think it's even better than last night. Give that an 8 or 9. Also the green textures and veggies on top kind of makes it pop. Last up, we have short rib, and let's see if it's fall off the bone. Yes, it is. Ooh, smells amazing. Short rib's pretty good. I think I would probably opt for the octopus because it's a bit more unique. Yeah, if you want more protein, if you want something kind of meaty, short rib's a good choice and delicious.
Nobu Hotel Los Cabos is located in the Diamante area, about 50 minutes from SJD Airport and 25 minutes from the main downtown area. If your goal is to do activities or party downtown, this is definitely not the right choice. Instead, the property is perfect if you want to reconnect with yourself, nature, or your travel companion. Nobu is a masterclass in blending Japanese minimalism with Baja California's raw beauty. The goal is to curate a sensory experience of simplicity and cultural fusion. Walking around the hotel, it does an amazing job at this, especially during sunset and sunrise. The architecture emphasizes clean lines, open spaces, and natural materials. The limestone and wood creates a seamless indoor-outdoor living experience.
Good morning. We're heading to breakfast, and the taxi to take us to the airport is coming in about 3 hours, so gonna be a pretty quick morning. For breakfast, we got a few items, and we're starting off with 2 smoothies. Manny ended up getting the healthy one. It looks like carrot and a bunch of other items. Let's give it a taste. I spilled it all myself a bit.
Should have had to wake up first.
Yeah, maybe I should have had the wake up one first. Tastes pretty good. Doesn't taste too harsh or anything. It's very much like carrot and like a bit of apple juice, I think. Or carrot is something sweet. Ginger, coconut water, carrot. It was fine by me. This one's to wake up. Pretty much an iced coffee with like coconut milk. Pretty good. I'm hoping it's healthy. I'm not sure, but it tastes delicious. Coconut milk is good for you though, in my head. So the main is here and it looks pretty good. Ended up getting the Tokyo Bento, which has the sashimi, eel, as well as egg tamago. Let's try the sashimi. I've had better, but it's solid. Let's try the eel. It's okay, flavors are there. I've had better, but it's good. Solid 7. I'm gonna keep working on this, but see you in a bit.
As you can tell, there's a lot to like if you appreciate design, architecture, and beautiful hotels. The downside is service and primarily the front desk. During our stay, we were pretty disappointed in the check-in and check-out experience. For example, for all the other hotels we've stayed at under Virtuoso, we would get a paper detailing the perks. They said that didn't exist here. We also had a service failure with the room key. They brought us to the room and gave a tour, but we never actually got our key. It took 3 phone calls with us being told they'd be there in 5 minutes each time. Basically, something that should take 5 or 10 minutes took almost an hour. I was a bit hesitant to talk about this, but I don't think we're alone here. A lot of people feel that the front desk is not worthy of a hotel of this ranking. Maybe because we came from the Waldorf, but I agree that service was indifferent, cold, and unfriendly. One of the core features of the hotel is their concierge, which some people loved. This is very hit or miss. So ours just never responded to any of our texts about reservations or anything. We were just left on red. Service seems to be a new issue over the past 12 months that even returning guests have noticed. I feel like this review is one of the best deep dives and it exactly matches our experience. Call me crazy, but especially for luxury hotels, you generally want to be apologetic with issues rather than defensive or rude. This is a beautiful and serene hotel, but also one of the most Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde experiences we've had. One big note is that it seems contained to the front desk rather than the other teams. For example, restaurant teams were great and friendly and exactly what you'd hope for. One final pro tip is to arrange transportation. For Waldorf Astoria and a lot of the closer hotels, it's pretty easy to call an Uber. Given how remote and far away Nobu is, it's a lot tougher for now. I'd either schedule a ride or book a service so you don't miss your flight. Nobu Hotel Los Cabos is one of the most beautifully designed resorts we've stayed at recently. The architecture, attention to detail, and sense of calm are clear standouts. If you appreciate design-forward hotels and a more relaxed, self-contained environment, it definitely checks a lot of boxes. That said, the service, especially the front desk, was a real letdown during our stay. For a property carrying a Michelin Key and positioning itself at the luxury level, service needs to be consistent across all teams, not just in the restaurants. Overall, if you're coming in with the right expectations, prioritizing design, great food, and a peaceful environment, it could still be a strong option. But if personalized high-touch service is a big priority for you, there are other properties in Cabo that might offer a more consistent experience. If you made it to this point, leave a izakaya lantern emoji in the comments down below, and I'll try to heart it and respond. Out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on Nobu Hotel Los Cabos? What about Nobu hotels broadly? Also, would you stay here? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you on the road.